Hello and welcome back to Katie's Business Tips. And in this video, we're going to be sharing some tips on trusts. Now, we're not going to get too in-depth because we could probably put 20 to 30 videos on trusts, and we will have more videos later. But here's some basics on trusts if you're thinking about setting up a trust or you have one already. First of all, you probably know what a trust is, and if you don't, for those that don't, it's a legal arrangement whereby there's a settlor who settles the trust, puts assets in the trust, a trustee that manages whatever that settlor put in plus whatever else goes into that, whatever assets that may be, and a beneficiary that receives the benefit of what was managed in that arrangement, okay, the three parties. Now, at the end of the day, there's many different types of trusts, such as wills. Wills are a type of trust. Estates, it's like a trust. RSPs are a type of trust. There's many types of trusts. And there's even business trusts to do business in, okay? And there's certain use for those trusts as well. And a lot of trusts that people use normally are family trusts. Okay, there's many different types of trusts. Now, one of the important tips is that you must make sure when you're setting up a trust, if you haven't already, that you understand that everything is laid out in the trust deed. The declaration of the trust deed has all the details of the trust. So whatever you want the trust to say has to be in that document. Now, you can amend certain parts of the document, of course, later, but the goal is to get everything in from the beginning that you want in there. Now, trusts are used in three areas. They're used for estate planning, of course. They're also used for tax planning, and they're used for liability protection, okay? Now, you also want to make sure you have as many beneficiaries as possible in the trust. Just because they're a beneficiary doesn't mean they're ever going to get anything. Because if you're the trustee and the trust is discretionary, you have the discretion to give to who you want when you want. So if you're the trustee, you're in control. You could have 100 beneficiaries in your family, every cousin, aunt, uncle, and their dogs. Maybe not dogs, but you know what I'm saying. You could have everybody in there, and you may only choose to distribute to 3. But you have options. So try to include as many beneficiary and family tree people as possible, even people that are not born, unborn children yet. You know, the daughter and all their newborns and ex-borns. So that's important to include as many beneficiaries as possible. And another one too as well is that you must make sure you have a backup trustee in your trust. So if it's you or you and your spouse are the trustee, have someone else. If something happens to you, and nothing you can do about it, who's going to take care of the trust? You need to have someone designated just in case something happens and make sure they're well versed on what your wishes are and what's going on. And that trustee may be the same person as your executor, the person as your power attorney and your directive and so forth. It might be the same person, but at the end of the day, make sure you have a backup trustee. Now, we'll talk more about trusts in future videos. That's it for now. Thanks for being a part of Katie's Business Tips.